I'm Barry Marks with Marks & Associates, and I'd like to share with you some of what I've learned over the years representing banks, equipment lenders, and equipment leasing companies. Equipment lease financing is one of the most popular means of financing the acquisition of business equipment. Everything from corporate jets to copiers and fleets of delivery trucks can be financed through what is nominally a lease. Our experience representing lessors has taught us that the sophistication of the lessees and the ability of its counsel to represent it effectively varies widely. For that reason, we do recommend that experienced counsel either assist or lead the negotiations. A couple of points. First, if you're going out with a request for proposal or any other type of competitive bidding, it's not a bad idea to consider having your own equipment lease form drafted. That way, the bids will come in for exactly the same deal, rather than a deal that may look the same on paper, but have very different terms that can mean real money. One of the things that we recommend everybody consider, and probably the first rule of leasing, is that you will be paying for that equipment whether or not it works, whether or not it's even what you actually intended to be buying. This is the same, if you think about it, as if you borrowed the money from a bank and then bought the equipment. You can't stop paying the note just because the equipment doesn't work. The leasing company, even if it is an affiliate of the manufacturer, will have the same rights to enforce your obligation to pay rent, whether or not the equipment functions as warranted or as you intended and thought it would. For this reason, your best defense is to be careful about inspecting the equipment before the term of the lease begins. That may be the only opportunity you have to get out of the lease and to avoid having to pay the rent for that equipment. Another thing to bear in mind is that under almost all leases, you will be responsible for maintaining the equipment and for returning the equipment. A lot of problems come in that end of lease term equation. Are you going to be responsible for returning the equipment in a specific condition certified by the manufacturer or otherwise certified by a third party? Are you going to be responsible for returning the equipment anywhere in the United States? By all means, read the lease carefully and make sure that you understand fully your obligations before you get into equipment leasing. For more information, check out our website at www.leaselawyer.com.